Hey everybody, we are down here in Daytona Beach, Florida today for the spring turkey run. Been down here before for the one in the fall, and it's really big. I've never been to the one in the spring. The spring show isn't quite as big as the one in the fall, but there's still more cars than you can see here in a weekend. So anyway, we're going to take a look around out here, and we want to invite you to join us. But without further ado, let's get out here and take a look around. Okay, let's get started with this little yellow and burgundy straight rod here. It's got Canada plates on it. Nice little small block all chromed out there. Okay, and here's either a 58 or 59 Chevrolet pickup truck here. There's a metal flake in that paint there. He's removed the front hood emblem and the side emblem off of here. Okay, here's one of the little Red Express pickups. I think they made these for a couple of years. He has done an engine transplant in this one. And if you're not familiar with these trucks, those exhaust stacks there, they're actually factory. It came like that. That and the wood trim on the sides. Okay, here's a 67 Chevelle post car. And outside looking in is really stock looking with those little dish hubcaps on there. The tag says Sleepy 67 on there. It does have the big block in here, but it's not showing being a Super Sport, which I'm not sure if you could get a Super Sport in a post car. Okay, look at a little Falcon right here. Looks like just a little four-door Survivor, doesn't it? Yeah, all original looking on the inside. Looks like it might have recovered the seats and door panels. Here's a newer Corvette. Okay, and look at that panel truck there. It says Doc's Rod Shop on the side. How you like the crinkle pattern they've done on the grille and the bumper here on the headlight benzels there. Got aftermarket gauges in here. Okay, here's a red and white 56 Ford here. I like the baby moons on there. Here's a nice Ford pickup truck here. Got some airbrushing back here on the back. Aftermarket gauges. And that brown and tan leather really goes well with this red. And beside it over here is a Mercury Cougar. Here's a bright red Roush Mustang convertible. Okay, here's a green and black long bed Chevy pickup. I think it's like a 71 or 72, somewhere in there. Wow, how you like the blue 442 right there. Oldsmobile rally wheels on there. I think they're a little wider than would have been factory, but I could be wrong on that. Here's a four-door 57. They've shaved the door handles off of it. It is a hard top. They put like a racing stripe on here with a flame job in it there. They even got a supercharger on here. Okay, this one's really nice. Check out that bright blue on that Cooter right there. Oh, it's really clean under the hood too there. It is a manual transmission with a pistol grip there. Okay, beside the Cuda here is this Challenger. '68 Camaro here. Look at the way he set his gauges down there in the console. See if I can get a better shot. Here's another '67 Chevelle. We saw one a few minutes ago. This one has rally wheels, and this one's not showing Super Sport either. They are part of the Sasquatch search team, or research team. And here's a '66 GTO, and I just seen one little electric car zooming by, and it wasn't electric. Maybe I can find that later on. Oh, black Ford pickup from the 50s, I'm guessing. Got a levered hood there, I see. Just put stacks on this one for the exhaust, as you can see. Got Krager chromes. And still got the what looks like might be original engine in here. I think I said this truck was black, but from this angle it's actually kind of like a bluish gray metal flake. Oh, Chevy there, they sure have got it slicked in that black paint there. And from this side it looks black. Let me show you the other side. It's actually a green metal flake. Still got the straight 6 in here. Here's a supercharged 55. You can see the two full barrels sitting there on top of the supercharger. Looks like it's got a tilt front end on it there. And there's the '66 Impala 4-door. Looks like another Survivor there, doesn't it? But it does have a 4-speed in here now. Here's a Wild West Express. And it says this is a Dodge, 1928. Got the old Chrysler Huey in here. Okay, how you like the bright red Corvette here from the, I guess, early to mid 60s. Got the custom hood there on it. They made a custom cover for the side pipes here. I like these wheels he's got on here. And there's a 57 Chevy pickup truck there. I guess you'd call it distressed paint. Here's another 68. I think we saw a red one a minute ago, but look at this custom hood scoop on here. Got the snorkel openings there. Here's a 55 Oldsmobile. This is what was competing against the 55 Chevy back in the day. These are probably a couple $100 more than the 55 Chevy. That was when they're new. Now I think the 55 Chevys bring more in the classic car market. Okay, here's another mid 60s Corvette, or early to mid. Got the knockoff spinner style wheels on there. Oh, there's a 68 convertible right there. That red with white stripes and a black top. You know, you usually don't see that. Usually if it's got black convertible top, it'll have black stripes and white top, white stripes. Looks good though, don't it? Okay, here's a Plymouth Duster. There's an early 70s Camaro there. I like the wheels on there. Look at that blue and white 55 right there. Got the side pipes on it. Got aftermarket gauge cluster there and a custom wooden console. And here's a 67 Pontiac GTO. And it is a convertible. Okay, here's a 61 Chevrolet Post. And it looks like it's been lowered. Got the smoothie wheels with the Baby Moon cap on. My brother's first car was a 61 Chevrolet 4-door. It's a big old green and yellow truck, isn't it? And we just saw a 67 GTO convertible. Now here's a 64 Pontiac. I don't know if it's a GTO or a Tempest or Le Mans. There's another one that's got the Canada plates on it though. Okay, there's a badge and it is a Le Mans. What's really clean white on this car though. really like this one. And here's a Monte Carlo. I'm thinking it's like mid to late 80s. These are starting to show up more and more at car shows though, becoming more collectible. And look at that little Bronco over there in light blue. Got good leather interior in this one. This van over here, they done a lot of customizing on it. It says under construction there on the side. Dash instrument cluster over there. Okay, here's an Oldsmobile Cutlass. When I saw it from a distance walking up, I thought it was a 442. Okay, here's a long bed Chevy pickup. Probably early 70s, I guess. Okay, look at the Ford pickup truck here. That's really nice, isn't it?
To the level that I think they should have been at. So they had the team back.
They got New York plates on here. So they came a ways to get down here to Daytona. And here's another little custom van right here. Is this one of the old Astro vans? And you got that little aerodynamics package on the bottom and got a rear spoiler up there. And there's heavy metal flake on this. I think it's a little Cadillac. I think it's one of the little Olante. I think that's what they call them. But I'm talking heavy metal flake in this plant. Yeah, this is an Olante. Says it on the back, back there. Look, it's like a spaceship cockpit in there, the way it looks. And there's another one in red. And look, here's another one over here. And more of a burgundy red color there. Yeah, we got a bunch of them. This whole row here. Here's a gasser, but I'm not really sure what I'm looking at here. I don't know if it's like a Willis or a Crosby or what we got. And here's the big old Lincoln. Look at that. That was a big old heavy car, wasn't it? Ford step side pickup here. Here's this 58 Chevrolet. Really stock looking, isn't it? Okay, here's a 0380 SL Mercedes. And I don't know very much about these, but I remember when I was like in my early 20s, I thought they were really neat. Thought it would be kind of neat to have one. And here's another Cutlass over here. A 66 model, it says. What this is, but if you're going to check the water, you better be ready to take a walk. It's a long way from the door to the front up there. Look how long the front end is on that thing. Maybe I got like a straight 18 in there or something, I don't know. Okay, I don't see no identification on this thing, so y'all let me know what I'm looking at here. changed out the steering column in here to a more modern setup there. And here's a little Chevrolet Nova. Looks like they've done a Corvette engine transplant here. You got the Stinger hood there on the front. Okay, and here's a little rat rod pickup. Got a Ford radiator there on it. Hey, you like the way he made this mirror holder with some rebar and some bolts. Make a little hand there to hold the mirror. It's pretty neat. That's a clean little Mustang there. Very light gray is what I'm gonna call it. But it looks like it's really good condition. Okay, and there's just a short pickup truck right there. Got Dale Earnhardt's signature on the side. Okay, let's walk down this front side over here and see what we've got. Here's a blue Nova with silver stripes. It's really good. Is this an electric Volkswagen?
No, I didn't think so.
Yeah, there's something you don't see every day in it. Okay, here's like an early 70s Corvette. Here's another one, kind of like a maroon metal flake. Got the twisting side pipes coming out. Well, it's really good paint on this one. I mean, really good. Okay, and what's this? A 53 Chevrolet convertible here. Really bright white. Oh, this is a nice one here. Been lowered, it looks like. Pretty neat. And here's a early 70s Chevy pickup here, 4-wheel drive. 69 Camaro, that dark green with white stripes. Here's a Trans Am, what, early 2000s or so, and a newer Z01. It's a Grand National. Here's one of the 4-wheel drive advanced design trucks that I think it's sitting on another chassis. But it's got 6.6 turbo diesel in here. Look at that little thing. Tag says Blue Value, but it's showing the Chevy 406 there on the breather. Hey, this is a Fiat. And there's a Buick Regal, I think, turbocharged. Let me get back around to the front. But anyway, here's a Plymouth Duster here. Look how orange with the orange wheels there. Dish hubcaps. Okay, and there's a Barracuda. He's all racy looking there. Got the black wheels, dump exhaust there in front of the back tire. And it says General Chaos. I guess that's a play on the General Lee there. Okay, and here's a 69 Roadrunner. Looks like it's been lowered. One of the early 70s Mustangs here. Over here we got two Corvairs. And we got a couple of Camaros from the late 1990s to early 2000s there.
If you look at mine to yours,
Twins.
I believe.
Almost. Look at that. When was the last time you saw a little baby Hummer? Well, I never. And there's a big old Cougar. You see the older ones every now and then, but you don't really see this year model very often. This one started coming more of a personal luxury car than a sporty car. And there's a General Lee.
I've never bought any.
I'm a trunk guy. I've always had trunks.
Look at that.
See, that's what's killing me.
It's a Mercury Comet, but it looks a little different back here for some reason. Maybe it's just me. Okay, and look, here's an old Volvo. A little dune buggy. Kind of reminds me of a speed buggy. If you watched cartoons when you were a kid. And look at that big old Buick there. Huge. And what's this purple? It says it's a Dodge right here beside of it. They did a lot with the interior on this old Dodge. Nice purple metal flake here, and got a little graphic there on the side. Dodge fluid drive. And there's a look at the back of that Buick there. Looks like by this time they had a trunk, but they also had a rack back on the back still to put a trunk if you wanted to. Okay, there's a bright red Plymouth Fury, probably early to mid 60s. Little black coupe here. And I hope my camera picks it up. This is a really nice green metal flake on this Mustang here. Okay, it's like a 63 or 64 Galaxy convertible there. I think it's a 64. Little silver Corvette, and there's a 67 GTO. Got the Grr Tiger tag on there. Okay, check out that red Fairlane right there. That's really Good paint on there.
Tickets are, you get 1 ticket for $5, for $20 you get 5 tickets, or for $100 you get 30 tickets. So again, and that all is
And look what they packed under the hood of this one. A 501 stroker.
Here's Joe South. The game people play on WJBJ Cruisewood Classic.
And there's a Super Bee. And there's a 71 Cougar right there. Got the shaker hood. Got the big 340 billboard column out there. And the 500 wheels. The optional luggage rack. Yeah, this one's all set up right here. There's a Honda S2000. I don't know really anything about these, but it says Japan's Viper. So, okay, look at the two-tone 55 here. It's had a LS swap there. Custom console. Got another 55 right here, two-door post. And there's a 68 Chevelle convertible, really bright chrome wheels there.
About 2,300, only worth the choosing.
Okay, here's a 57 two-door hardtop, solid white. Look at that big old Cadillac. Is that like mid-60s or something? And here's one that might be a little earlier. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I'm in Cadillac Row right now, though. Playing little early Mustang here. And look at that, isn't that neat? I like the orange wheels against that green and black. And they got Alf back here. There's a little T-bucket that plays its own music there. It's a late 60s, early 70s Corvette. Looks like they flared out the wheel wells on this one. We saw a solid white 57 hardtop a minute ago. Now here's a solid white 57 convertible. Got the red and gray interior. We heard this pickup here come rumbling in earlier when I first got here. There's a little straight rod been chopped down, it looks like. Look at that Chevrolet pickup truck there. All patinaed up, been lowered. There's a Dodge Viper that's had some customization done to it. Put the gull wing doors on there. Not gull wings, but flip up doors, I guess you call them. Here's a 67 or 68 Chevy pickup here. And there's a, what, 62 Impala convertible. Yeah, they made a lowrider out of this one. It looks like original paint on this. Okay. Now the 63 wagon over here on the other hand, that is not original paint on that right there. Okay, here's a 61 beside that that's been lowered. And it is a post car, and I've asked before and nobody's told me, what do you call this roof line right here that's kind of like an awning roof back here with the overhang? Somebody let me know on that. Plymouth Prowler. Got yellow with tan top, looks good. Little factory street rod there. And boy, look at that pickup there. I think it's 71 or 72. But boy, that blue and white look really good. And it's got the oversized wheels. That's a good looking pickup. Had an LS swap in it here. And this one here says Sparky Speed Shop. Cutlass S convertible there. And look at that little street rod there. 28 Ford it says. It says real steel. There's really an original looking Cutlass. All the way down to the hubcaps there, white wall tires. There's a 4-door 60 Chevy. Still got straight 6 in here. I like that 4-door. Look at that, they put some big old hoops on that one, didn't they? We've got some different paint on this mid-60 Chevy. This is that kind where different angles give you different shades. Look at that Buick GSX. Had to slow down to say that. See, it's got the hood tack on here. And look at the 68 Dodge Charger there. Look at that, that's a DeSoto. It used to be part of the Chrysler Corporation. Got big old fins on it there, doesn't it? Now, as soon as it's a Diplomat, didn't Dodge use that nameplate also, maybe after DeSoto was gone? Oh, that's a nice little Mustang convertible, isn't it? Really clean, that kind of teal green with the white stripe. Here's a GMC. They've done some custom work on it. I'm guessing it's 67 or 68. So he's changed out the tail lights back here, moved his gas filler back here, moved the rear bumper, just moved everything out. So yeah, he's been busy on this one. Good paint too. And here's a mid-60s beside it that's been lowered. He has lowered it and he's put these aftermarket gauge cluster in there. Okay, we got a 58 and a 59 Chevrolet truck sitting side by side here. You see the front end are very similar. Kind of hard to tell them apart, which is 58 and which is 59. Now the blue one here is a 59. You see this trim on the fender. That spear right there is just a straight spear. Let me turn around here to the other one. Okay, the spear on the 58 is what's called a shark fin spear. You can see that shark fin. I always like when they got two models side by side because you can compare them. Okay, and this blue one's got the fleet side bed on it there. '72 Chevelle right here. And the side of it here is a 68. Look at that early 70s Z28. I like the wheels and the stance on this one right here. Yeah, that's a good looking Camaro right there. Manual transmission. And what we got here, a Dodge Dart, gold metal flake. Got the blacked out grille with color matching bumpers. Hey, there's a 55 and I can see two 4 barrels sticking up out of the hood from where I'm standing here. Here's an old Dodge pickup. It says Boston Road Garage. Don't see a lot of Dodges. Hey, and how do you like the color on this square body? I like it. That and the white stripe. Check out this little highboy right here. It's bright red. They painted the door silver, and then the base color of the car, the red, comes on back and makes a flame job into that door there. I think that's really neat the way they did that. It does have a pretty heavy chop on it too there. Here's a little PT Cruiser that does some custom work too. They put a hood scoop on it and put the little Buick style ports there on it. And I think this is like a Bonneville or Catalina or something. It says it's a Catalina, and it's got the tri-power setup in it also. So I guess it's maybe a 66. It says Catalina 2+2. And I'm not really familiar with that designation. But look, it's still got the old Pontiac hubcaps. Look at that. Those are actually neat, aren't they? It's actually a 65 model. And beside here is this Buick Riviera. He's got the breather cover off, but it's got 2 4-barrels in this thing. Another multicolor straight rod, purple, red, and green. And I think it's a 40 Ford. Well, check out this red right here. This is a 56 model. Here's another little red Ford pickup truck. And it got a little airbrush or something here on the side. Looks like somebody from the country and his dog, it looks like. Here's another red Ford pickup truck. This one's a little darker red, it seems like. There's a 68 El Camino. There's a red Ford Coupe. The late 40s Ford there. And there's a 65 GTO. Okay, and there's a 58 Chevy with the cameo bed. Says crazy money on the tailgate back here. Oh, look at the wood grain, or simulated wood grain that they have in this trim here. I don't know how well it's showing up, but in person here it looks really good. Done an LS swap. Well, there's so much room in this engine compartment up here, you can put anything you want in here. Okay, and I don't know what year model this one here is. Probably late 30s. This one here says Old Red on the tag. Another mid-60 Chevy. And look at that black and silver Ford there. Okay, this one says Hupmobile. And again, this is one of the ones I know the name, but you don't see the cars. Okay, here's a 1970 Sport Satellite. It says there were 8,700 and so sports style lights built in 1970. This one has a 383. Looking at the numbers here, it looks like less than 1,000 of that 8,000 had a 383. Most of them were probably 318s or slant sixes. And this is a second owner car right here. Now as I look down through here, these are all American motor cars, and same way with the other side over there. Let's walk through some of those. And this is a scrambler, and I actually saw one of these last week at Myrtle Beach, but it was a different year model, I believe, but it still had the red, white, and blue striping on it. And this is the Rambler Rebel right here, which I actually like that body style. And that back roof line and the way the sides come up actually reminds me of a Plymouth Fury from the early 70s. And this is an Ambassador. You don't see very many of the American motor cars anymore. When Chrysler bought American Motors, I think they dropped everything except for the Jeep. There's a different year model Ambassador. I'm gonna take a guess. Is that a Hornet? Over that green one? Let's find out. No, this is a Concorde. Okay, here's another Rambler Scrambler. And that paint scheme there, it is factory. This one here simply says Rambler. And I don't know what this is behind it here. And I think this is a Ford kit car back here behind it. Look at that, they stuffed a big block in there though. That one says Rogue. This one says Rambler American. Okay, this is a 1965 Rambler Ambassador. He's customized this one a little bit. Oh, looks really nice inside. These weren't bad looking cars, were they? 67 Dodge Charger here. And there's a 69 GTX over here beside of it. '56 hardtop. Wow, we got 67 Camaro there. You got the supercharged LT4 in there. Oh, it's really nice. Here's a PT Cruiser. Look at this custom camper back here in the back. Got this, I guess what you call it, a sunroof or something up there. Bright red Ford Falcon here. I like the two-tone, I get burgundy, and I'm wanting to say silver, but it's kind of got a brown tint too in the middle there. Here's a 68 Roadrunner right in front of it. Hey, look at that Gran Turismo Sport right there. You don't see a lot of these. Yeah, it's a shame because I really like the body style, especially on the Gran Turismo Sports. It's got this fastback. Well, that International right there looks serious, don't it? They got big, deep back wheel there. Thing probably started out on a farm someplace. Yeah, they made this one nice. Okay, here's a Barracuda notchback. Got the Barracuda stitched into the back of the seats there. The tag says 62, so I guess it's a 62 model. Euro Corvette, and there's a Nova Super Sport. Okay, this one says Stormtrooper above the windshield there. And I can see where they get the name at. Look at the big old Cadillac Sedan DeVille. I thought it was black, but it's actually a really dark brown on the outside here. With a brown leather interior. I like the two-tone green on this one. And there's a big old Buick, still got the wide white walls on there. That was a luxury cruiser, wasn't it? And everybody knows the Chevelle Super Sport. 1970 model, 454 badging on it. And I think that's is that an Oldsmobile? Yeah. Olds 98.
Here's the thing.
Okay, this is an old Chevrolet right here. And it's painted kind of a plum color. I guess that's what I would call it anyway. Y'all, I just hit 9,000 subscribers the other day. And I'm trying to reach a goal of 100,000. So if y'all haven't subscribed yet, I would appreciate it if you would do that. Look at this Riviera over here. Really nice. And here's a Pontiac Le Mans. Nice 32 Ford. And how you like the teal color on that old Chevrolet there. We're at Daytona Beach now, and I have been at the beach for the past 3 weekends, which is something that I could have never thought of years ago when I was a younger man. But last week we were in Myrtle Beach for the Run of the Sun, and the week before that we were in Panama City for the Emerald Coast Cruise In. And we got a lot more shows that we're planning on attending this year. So y'all do need to subscribe. I don't want y'all to miss none of it. We just saw that red Ford pickup. Here's a red Chevrolet from the same era. This will be a 54, 55. They have removed the door handles on this one, I see. Newer Mustang here. Hey, that one there's just clean and neat looking, isn't it? Got the old school tracks and bars on it, I see. And the interior really matches the paint well. Still has the 6 emblem here on the fender. And there's the straight 6 in there. Here's another one, a little more stock looking. And what is that one there? A 62 maybe? They just have the 409 badge on the fender. And there it is. And this is a manual transmission car. 64, 65 Chevelle here, convertible. And people are taking their tents down and starting to leave, so we're probably going to be ending this pretty soon. Here's a 69 Chevelle Yenko striping on it. $427. Okay, now here's a boat car, I guess you call it, and it's on a Ford van chassis. So there's something you don't see every day. Looks like Volkswagen fenders on here. Yeah, look at that Buick wagon there. They got GS emblems on it. It's got the skylight and the back here. Oldsmobile made one similar to this with that same roof line there. Nice 70 Roadrunner, isn't it? Like that color. Okay, y'all, that's about it for today. I'll try to catch a few as they're leaving here, but I'm about to start walking to the car. We left North Georgia this morning at about 2:30. We got down here at about 10:30, so I'm bushed. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I sure did enjoy looking at the cars. But tomorrow when I come back, I will try to spend some time in the car corral and get some prices on some cars and show you what's for sale down here. But hopefully you'll catch us in that video too. But until then, may God bless you, and we'll see you in another video. Bye, y'all. Okay, y'all, Smiles a Lot wants to say goodbye to you.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye, y'all.